What's going on, guys? We are on our ever-grinding journey of beating the randomizer shuffler, which, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you will know is rigged against one player every time that it starts. It's designed that way. On a pay-to-play platform, which, yes, you can grind for free on this, but it's primarily a pay-to-play platform for sealed and drafts, I find to be borderline illegal. So, kind of just going through this, proving that it is, and what basically happens is they give you one person basically draws everything they need. They get the perfect amount of land, and they just keep getting answer after answer after answer after answer. And the other person basically just gets screwed and gets lands or cards they can't play, or a combination of both. And yes, that can happen in Magic, period, but it's very common in Arena, and it's designed specifically to make somebody lose. So this is a pack that's really iffy. It's really hard to get into white because it's the most popular color. I think we're still going to take a case of the Gateway and see what happens. We'll take an inside source here. I also like the surveillance monitor, but every time I play blue-white or red-white, I just get boned by the randomizer, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Person of interest, Karlov Watchdog, and Granite Witness. We're going to take the Watchdog. I've kind of thought about, just to actually prove that the game is rigged, I thought about just playing a single color, because I promise you, if I play a solo color, the game will start with either giving me 6 lands and 1 playable card, or it will give me no lands. I'll mulligan to no lands again, or I'll mulligan to 6 land and a card that I can play. Because it's going to do what whoever basically draw, and I've kind of figured it out. Whoever draws first is the one that's getting screwed. So that's how the algorithm determines it. So it is designed to make one person lose 50% of the time. I also think that there is something in it that targets, specifically makes the person who spends more money or is about to be able to play a free game by winning. I think it targets them. I like that. Monologue tax, huh? Okay. Well, we're going to play that. I think we're going to play Call the Witness, too, or Call a Surprise Witness, because why not? We are going to have to look into a second color here shortly, but not as long as we keep getting past good cards. That is a detective, but I think we just take the on-the-job here because we may not see another one. And this is definitely an on-the-job deck. Maybe we should just go for the blue-white again. Let's see what happens. That was essentially the best card in that pack. But being able to tap down threats when you have a big army like this is pretty damn good. We're definitely going to be white. We'll see what the next packs provide. Man, that guy is sure taking his time. But again, you are entitled to your opinion. My opinion being somebody who's played Paper Magic for 15 years, and well, between 13 and 15 years. There's a period of time where I didn't play like at all, so I don't really count that. But regardless, like what happens to me in this arena never happens to me in Paper Magic. Like everybody gets mana screwed once and again, but on this one, it consistently happens to me 2 out of 3 games, and usually screws me in those 2 out of 3 games. So let's see, detectives. What are we at? 4. Nice. That's pretty good. I really like that monologue tax. That's really cool. It's gonna give us a lot of treasure tokens, so help us with mana fixing. Case of the Uneaten Feast. Do I want to play that? I feel like that's got potential. But I think we take the Market Watch Phantom here with this deck. And we just see what wheels back around. We still don't necessarily have to be in blue. If we see something better or feel like something else is open, we can do that. Okay, we're definitely taking Case of the Filtered Proof. Although I really want that Novice Inspector, but we're taking that. Case of the Pilfered Proof in this deck is insane. If we keep getting past, like, insane white cards, we may just be mono white. Because I don't really, I mean, like, I'll show you how it's going to screw us on mono white. Like I said, it's either going to give us 6 land and a card we can't, or that we can play, but that's not going to do us any good at that point in time. That will wheel. I'm taking the Novice Inspector here. I'll take as many Novice Inspectors as this game wants to give me. But yeah, we may just play mono white, depending. Makeshift Binding. Looking very mono whitish. This will definitely be in my opening hand, because the way that the algorithm works to fuck somebody is it finds cards that you can't cast, and I don't know how well it understands. A lot of the stuff they did not make it to where the double symbol is caught. So I assure you that's going to be in my opening hand. We may still be playing blue-white, though. If we get enough blue cards, because we may not get enough white cards to fill the curves we need, but so far it's looking pretty good. And I will take a second on the job if I can find one. Let's see. If that was a detective, I'd consider it, but it's not. Night Watch is a good card, so is Due Diligence. I think we just take Due Diligence. I don't mind playing one of those in my deck. If anything, it finds control. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we're good on the jobs now. We don't need any more. We may play that. We may still play... What's the last card I'm going to be tossed? I hope we get a bomb in our next pack. On color would be fantastic. We can do blue or white. I don't really want to splash for anything else at this point. It's too far into the draft. But I am really curious to test out what happens if I played mono white, because again, this is guaranteed to be in my opening hand, especially if we draw or if we play first. Okay. Assemble the players, huh? Okay, I do think we take that. Because we got quite a lot of 2 costs. Okay, we can't play that. So the biggest thing we want to look out for with a mono white deck, if that's what we end up doing, is a board wipe. But I'm kind of liking this so far. I might actually play a second thinking cap too, if we can get one. Blue is also, I mean, we got some pretty decent blue cards too, but ooh, now we have to play blue, guys. We have to, and that's really late. Holy shit. Oh my god, another one? Holy fuck. This is like the blue-white detective's dream. We need to get rid of everything that's not a detective, essentially. Okay, I don't think we play that. I don't think we play Assemble the Players anymore. We just don't have enough room. Oh my god. This is ridiculously good for us. We're not going to play Museum Night Watch. Even though he gives us one, we're not going to play that. We're going to keep that. Ooh, another inside source? Yes, please. We take out the due diligence and put the Jadis. Dude, 3 seasoned consultants is just insane. I think we play 16 land with this low of a curve, too. Which it may find a way to fuck us there, too, but I think we just take the risk. I almost kind of want to play 2 of those because of how many detectives we have. This is like the blue-white dream. Oh, another out cold, too. I think... Let's see. Okay, and... Okay, I'm just really curious how it plans to screw me here, because we know it's going to. Because we deal with that every game. So, I think... The card's just too good with this deck. I think we take out... I guess we take out the Make Your Move and play 41 with this low of a curve. That seems fine. Let's try it. Let's see how well the randomizer fucks us. Because it's going to. Guaranteed. Because it always does. That's why I record. Okay, good opening hand. Which means he is probably going to get screwed. So let's see what happens. I will block if he attacks. If we get a land next turn, we're going to kill him anyway, unless he has some kind of trick. I think he's going to play a face-down creature, though. Alright, perfect. Now we can just kill him. I'm okay if he kills something, because we can just call a surprise witness and get it back. That's fine. He's going to tap down the 3-2. And he's going to attack for 6. Okay, it's good for him. We really need to be able... Like, see, and this is what I'm talking about, though. Like, it's just going to keep giving us land, because it knows what we're stuck on. So, and I mean, I have a creature that can't attack. So, essentially, we can't attack, and we might as well just attack. He has a kill spell, he has a kill spell. Yep. Okay, so it is still us that is screwing, so that's fine. Great! Every single thing that we can possibly do, it is giving him a card to handle. This is how they screw. I have 2 ground creatures. He has 2 fly creatures. I had a card in my hand. He literally just got a card to get the card out of my hand. I mean, if he has almost anything, he's going to have another kill spell for the Karlov Watchdog. He's got Out Cold. Perfect mana to do it. And he's got out cold in his hand. Watch. Okay, I bet he still has an out cold in his hand. Okay, even better. Literally every answer he needs and a way to cast it. This is what I'm talking about, guys. No one has a draw like that in normal Magic. It just doesn't happen. That would be like a god draw. So, like, for instance, and it didn't even give me an opportunity to look at the battlefield because it doesn't want me looking at the battlefield. It does not matter how many times I play this game. It will make sure that I get nothing to play and they get everything they need. And again, it's not sometimes, it is every single time I play this game. We are probably not going to get another land for the rest of this game. If we do, great. We probably won't. I can't block him anyway, so I'm going to attack. No matter how, and I mean another. Am I playing the same? I'm pretty sure that's the same guy I just played against. Literally the same guy. I'll have to go back and check, but I think that's literally the same guy I just played against. That's interesting. And like I said, no land, and we probably won't get any more for a while. At least the next 3 or 4 turns. He's gonna have a kill spell, probably long good night or long goodbye. He will have something in his hand to answer everything that it's going to let me draw. And it's going to keep me at 2 mana until it knows that he's got an established board. Like I said, the algorithm picks a player, and it always picks... If there's 2 players where one spends more money than the other, it always picks the player that spends the most money. It is guaranteed. Just watch my streams and you will see what I'm talking about. The things that happen to me, there's nothing I can do to get out of them. Probably has a kill spell. Yep, here it comes. Long goodbye. Unauthorized exit. Okay, sure. Again, he's going to make the land here at the end of my turn. He's going to put another land down. He's going to kill my Seasoned Consultant, probably with Murder. He's going to go look for a black mana, probably. Unless he's playing 3 colors. Yep. He's going to murder my 2/4, and he's going to swing for 3 damage, and then probably play... Well, probably won't be able to play anything at that point. Maybe play a 1 cost if he has one. Okay, he's playing 3 color. Here comes the kill spell. He's not going to main cast a creature turn 1. Here comes the kill spell. Unless he has a battle trick. Then he'll swing first, but I doubt it. And again, it is not going to let us off 2 mana. It does not want this deck off of 2 mana because this deck is so good. 100% guaranteed. Okay, he went for the creature, which means he has a battle trick. Or he's going to do a face down. Okay? I still think he has a kill spell. I just don't think he's worried about my creature. Okay. Wow, yay! We finally got some land, guys. How exciting. Not like it's going to do us any fucking good at this point. It doesn't matter what I do or how I play, it will not let me have mana, and it will give my opponent everything they need to cast every fucking card in their hand. No, he hasn't murdered me yet. He probably has it in his hand, though. What's he getting? Well, he's not going to turn into that, so I'm not worried about that. So, Toxic Analysis, or... He's got Toxin Analysis, or he's got, what's it called? The one that +2/+0 and returns it to the battlefield. He's got a battle trick, guaranteed. He wouldn't swing like that if he didn't. Even better. Now he just basically wipes my board if he kills my... Well, he's not going to wipe my board. I'm still going to get his Chattelstein if he kills my Martica. Okay. I still don't think it matters at this point because we're too far behind. We'll see what happens. We don't have a second blue mana to play the Lost in the Maze. I would be shocked if it gives us one anymore. Oh, just wait. You just wait. This is an actual threat now, so let's see what happens. Okay, can't block without losing both my creatures. We need to get a second blue mana, which I don't think we're gonna probably get. Let's see. Nope, not gonna do us any good. Can't get past it 4. You act like Plat's something that's really hard to achieve, Isaac, and you want to know how I achieved it? From paying a shit ton of money and winning the occasional game. I said it happens 2 out of 3 games, and it has. You didn't see the game before this. Also, sure, we could technically play the on the job, but regardless, you guys are hilarious. You come into this game that I've been collecting data on and collecting information on. You watch one round of one game of one round, and then you think you know best. I don't know why you're defending them anyway. Like they don't give a shit about you. Like you're defending a capitalist fucking business that's literally screwing people to turn a profit. They've already admitted it's rigged. It's just, I think it's worse than what it actually is. They do the same thing League of Legends does. They do the exact same thing that League of Legends does. I agree. And this data. This is just the ones that I primarily show people because I don't think they want to see the same bullshit over and over and over. I've already shown this on numerous videos. Every single one of these hands that's on there, aside from something that I might have taken a picture of for an opponent, every single thing on there is showing that it is giving me green cards with all white lands or white cards with all green lands, and it's the same exact thing every single game. It's not sometimes, it's every single game. At least 2 out of the 3 games that I get to play, it does that to keep me from getting 1,000 crystals. Let's see. I'm gonna, if we can get it mana, I'm gonna try to Lost in the Maze. I don't think it's gonna give us blue mana though. Are you kidding me? This is like 30 games I've played, and I like the sheer fact that I even have videos where it's happening. Go watch all my videos. It happens 2 out of 3 of them, pretty much every time. Very, very seldomly, I get to go with a higher outcome. Very seldomly. And again, I said it's 2 out of every 3 games. It's not every single game. But again, I don't know why you're defending them, because they've already admitted they cheat. So Okay, he's gonna block my 5 probably. Or he's gonna take the 7. Take the 7. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Because of games I've played. Do you think I put dates on them because I'm trying to throw you off the trail? Nothing you say is going to defend the fact that I already know what's going on. Yeah, that happens a lot too, Sonic. Like, if I'm playing mid-range blue-black, which has been good, it's always white-red or blue-white. But I agree with you. But again, guys, it's not every single game. It's typically 2 out of every 3 games I play. This has been honestly, this has been one of the more fair games I've played, even though it didn't let us play for the first 5 turns of the game, because it had us on 3 land. That also happens a lot. It was 2 land for the longest time, then 3 land for up to 5 turns. It happens all the time. Okay, if he's trying to kill spell, it's going to be a wombo with the loss in the maze. Okay, that's fine. Let him play that out. We can't get the 2 because it doesn't have the... Or we can't hit the face down, which is fine. It can't attack anyway. And he can't do anything to my creatures because they're tapped down. I think we do that the second turn. We play this now. We crack this at the end of the turn. And then we use another one to draw the second card so that Jade Analyst doesn't have to worry about blocking. Or, I mean, being defender. I have played enough games to know that it is targeting, whether you want to believe it or not. I mean, there's a Reddit with like tens of thousands of people agreeing with that. So, regardless, you are entitled to your opinion. I think your opinion is wrong, but you're entitled to your opinion. I've played enough to know that the kind of hands like this and this and that, and that, no green mana with green cards, no mana at all. Have to have a creature to play it on. Can't play it, can't play it. 4 mana, keeps you there. I've played this game long enough and had enough of that shit happen to know that it's targeted. And again, I don't care how you feel about it. Okay, he's going to block the 3/6. Because it's going to become bigger than that. He probably has a kill spell, but we have no choice but to go with it, with being at 9 life and he's about to untap. If he has a kill spell, it's not going to be enough. And he probably does. With 4 cards in hand. Yep. Good enough. Now he's going to have some type of pump. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He needs 3 damage. Which with those cards is easy to have. What can he turn into? Okay, he's going to get another damage from turning into Clandestine. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's going to have probably that +2/+0 that brings a creature back. He can't kill spell us because of Lost in the Maze, which is nice, but I don't think it matters. Okay, good. I don't think he has a pump, or he wouldn't have attacked with 1 creature. So he turns into Clandestine here. I mean, that's what I'd do. Yeah, I agree, Sonic. Like, I play Paper Magic, too. If I had the same shit happen to me in Paper Magic all the time, I wouldn't suspect that it's rigged. And again, I'm not saying it's rigged just against me. It picks a player, and it screws one of you and gives the other one everything they need. It's designed on a 50-50 scale to allow one person to do better than the other person. Probably to basically increase competitiveness. But the aspect that is an issue isn't that. The aspect of the issue is that they're doing it at all on a paid platform. League of Legends does the same thing. They match you with your MMR against people that are as good as you, or way better, and it tries its best to do that 50% of the time. So you end up getting like 2 people on your team with lower MMR, and then you're playing against 3 people who might as well be Smurfs. And it's designed to make you lose and win 50% of your games. I wonder if a company's ever thought about maybe just, you know, not doing any of that and just letting people play the fucking game. I put that on silent. Weird. Yeah, it is. That's the only that's the caveat that makes it really hard for them to get in trouble for this. But again, like I've talked to pros before at qualifier events, and they also believe the same shit. So a lot of them are sponsored, so they don't care. They still play it. Why would you return? Oh, he wants the flyer gone, I guess. That's why he wants the flyer gone. And then he's going to have a kill spell, probably, or 2 kill spells. What you got? Out cold? Out cold will pretty much win you the game. More or less. Because I can't block this. He's going to give 3 to this. He's going to hit me for 6 right there. I've got a double block. If he out colds 2 of them, I double block here. Okay, well, how many unauthorized X's is that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Probably has another one in his hand. That's a play set. This kind of shit where they have the same card over and over and over happens all the goddamn time. All the goddamn time. I played against one dude who didn't play a single common the entire game. He played uncommons and rares and had 4 of the same rare. And he had 4 of those, the green-blue counter spell type thing. It just, people get really lucky in their drafts, and and it just stacks the shit out of them and lets them do whatever they need to do to win. So C2 with Menace, we can't do anything. He literally had every single card he needed from beginning to end to find the win. And that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. That is literally the kind of shit I'm talking about. Okay? There's no other way I could have possibly played what I just played. It doesn't matter what we do, the game will not let us win. This is an extremely good deck, but it doesn't matter when it keeps you on 3 land the first 5 turns of the fucking turn and gives him 6 lands and every fucking thing he needs. Let's see what's going to happen next. It's going to be one of 2 things. It's either going to give me the greatest looking starting hand, because at this point it doesn't care, or it's going to flood the shit out of me. Or basically landlock me. It's going to be one of those 3. There's not going to be any in between. Oh, look. A fantastic starting hand. Can't wait to see how they fuck us. Here comes either a face-down creature or a unicorn. Yeah, no, for sure, Sonic. I make that comment all the time, that there's some decks that I play against, it's literally like playing against a drafted deck. It's just absolutely insane. Okay, now he drops a 2. Now he drops another 2-drop, which you know makes sense. That's easy with 3 mana. He's gonna hit me for 4 in the air. Then I'm gonna get the case down, kill one of them, and he's going to find some way to get rid of my other creature and stay ahead of us. Slime Against Humanity. Oh, well, we might possibly beat him because that's a terrible card in a draft. But, again, as Sonic just said, how much money you want to bet that dude has, like, fucking 8 of those? But, you know, you have a better chance of winning the lottery than having 8 of those. Let's see. Let's do this. We're gonna kill one of the market watches. All right, here we go. Here comes something else, and that's fine. Okay. We really need to get another creature down. We need to get rid of that, though. It's keeping us off of creatures. It does not want us to get that 3rd creature. And again, I don't necessarily blame Isaac. Like, he is just trying to defend the fact that sometimes you just get really unlucky. I get that. It's no disrespect meant to you. This happens to me all the time, Isaac. Not sometimes, all the time. Do you think I made it to Platinum if I'm just, you know, super terrible at the game? I'm not, you know, there's way better players than me. I'm just Platinum. It's not that big of an achievement. But it's better than Bronze, Silver, and Gold, obviously. I have to have gotten through that somehow. Because I'm paying to play, and when I don't have enough crystals, it's still giving me, like, I'm still getting wins in between. And you get, up until Platinum, you get 2 specs every time. So, I get what you're saying, and again, I do not mean any disrespect to you when I'm talking to you. It's just, I wholeheartedly believe that what I'm saying is correct. And we live in the United States, guys. Look around. How many times do you see a company screwing employees, or a company doing something they shouldn't do, or a lawsuit because they shouldn't do something they do? Like, look at Hasbro, who owns Wizards now. Look at Hasbro trying to get rid of the Dungeons and Dragons licensing after promising Wizards promising they would never do that. They don't care. It's all about profit to them. They don't care about their product. So them doing this is just making money. They don't care how good or bad it is, which is why it's so bad and why so many people hate it. So it probably gave him on the job to try to finish the game out. And we do not have enough mana, but we have to get that third creature down, because if we don't, these are pointless. If he just swings with the 6, we're taking it. Okay, that's fine. If we can get our make your move, we might be okay. But I think he's doing it, what, +3/+3? What are you doing? No? Okay. Play another creature. Play another fatty, probably. Okay, that's shocking. Yeah, let's do this first. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We block that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we need to wait for on the job, as much as I hate to say that, because he's just gonna blow us out. And he has cards in hand that we don't know what they are. So, let's see what. I wonder if he'd try to double block. If he tries to double block to kill one of them, we can get it back. Let's just see. At this point, we got to do something. So we have the call a surprise witness, which would be nice to be able to use. I'm even okay with him like blocking with a 2/2 and giving it +3/+3 and killing it, because then we can just bring it back in with flying. If he doesn't block anything, we're going to be in a little bit more trouble. And what I can do with Topiary is I can block. Yeah, of course. Fistful of answers. And the fact that he exiled it, so we no longer have, and he's going to have a kill spell for this, and then he's going to swing for the win. Probably a makeshift binding. That's a pretty popular one. Okay, gives that to that. I'm really expecting my private eye to die from conventional means. I think he has the +3/+3, or he's just going to... Okay, so we have to block here. He has the +3/+3, we lose. And he probably does. It's going to give him whatever he needs to have, so... like I said, it does not want us winning games. Okay, there it is. That's essentially the same thing, so... We have a significantly better deck than him, and it literally gave him an answer for every single thing that we did. So, okay. Has 2/2/2s with flying. We have no kill spell of any kind to get rid of that, right? We have the makeshift binding whenever he plays the 3/3, plays the 3/3 out. He then drops the Topiary Panther the next turn. We have the... As far as this goes, we have these two right here, which, you know, trigger, but it doesn't matter, because those are only good on aggressive decks, which we normally are. But he's getting all these fucking creatures down with all these fucking ways to put counters on it, and it doesn't matter what we do. We have one card in our graveyard. That's how few cards we were able to play because of what we drew or what it allowed us to do. He was able to play multiple things at a time because he's got 3, 4, 5, 6 land and ways to draw cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 4-cost card, a 4-cost card, a 2-cost card. He had a 2-cost card, a 3-cost card, a 2-cost card, a 6-cost card, which he ended up getting, a 3-cost card, a 2-cost card, a 2-cost card, a 2-cost card, a 3-cost card. 3-cost, 3-cost, 2-cost, 2-cost. Now, if we can't get creatures out quicker than him, these are useless. This, fantastic, 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 crappy. It is subtly happening every single game where it will not allow me to draw lands fast enough to play the cards that I need to be able to win the game. Okay? If I got to Platinum, I shouldn't just immediately be having problems at Platinum. That's not how that works. So, anybody who thinks it does is an idiot. Just a second, guys. I mean, I watched Luis Scott Vargas play one time. No joke. His opening hand looked fantastic, right? We get to turn 4. He draws 9 lands in a row. And that game's out there on YouTube. You can go find it. He draws 9 lands in a row. I don't think once in my entire life of Magic, paper Magic, I have ever drawn 9 lands in a row. I think the most I've ever drawn at once was like 4. Because, you know, we know how to shuffle. We're not a crappy rigged randomizer. We're going to do another one. And, you know what? I hope that Phillips guy is still in here. Because, again, I understand his position. And I'm telling you, dude, 50 drafts ago, I probably would have agreed with you. Not anymore. No matter what good cards we draw. Yes, it's draft. No matter what good cards we draw, it will find some way to keep us off of those cards, like the good bombs, or it will make sure that the opponent has an answer if it's not doing it to them. And I've noticed that with me, it happens more frequently because I pay to play this game so much, which again, I have a lot of money. I don't care. And I'm also doing it to prove a point. So, okay, right off the bat, the best cards in this deck are Push and Pull, Makeshift Binding, Mistway Spy is good, Sharp-Eyed Rookie is fantastic, Soul Innervation is good. I'm going to take the Vigilance 2/2/2 because it's just really good. I really wish we could play the Push-Pull because that card is just a fucking insanely good card. Also, nothing in that pack is... Okay, Get a Leg Up, Hard-Hitting Question, both fantastic cards. Novice Inspector, fantastic card. We're going to take the Get a Leg Up here. You also will know, guys, really fast before it's going to happen. You will know really fast. Okay, I think we might do green-white, so we're going to take the... Because Due Diligence is pretty good. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot of white cards in this pack, which is good. Possibly as turn 3, because unless the rare... Which the rare in here is Niv-Mizzet. Unless there was a second rare in the pack that was white, I think we're good there. We'll see what happens. We may change our mind, depending on what's open. These are all 3 really good cards, so far we got 3 good cards. But you'll know right off the bat if it's happening to your opponent. Because they'll be stuck on 2 lands, or they'll be stuck on 3 lands, and they won't be able to play. And you can't see their hand, and you can't see their deck list, and you can't look at your library. You can't talk to your opponent. You can't look through your library when the game's over. So how do we know that when you drew 4 lands in a row and the game was ended, how do we know there wasn't 13 more lands in a row? The having like 16 lands in a row in your deck after shuffling... You have a better chance of winning Powerball than that happening. So, buy your tickets. But in normal Magic, you are allowed to look at your library when the game is over. You are allowed to look at your opponent's deck list. Okay, let's see. I think we're going to take the Flourishing Bloomkin. We may just be going with white-green beats with a fuss. Ooh, that actually came back around. We're not possibly... Well, we might play green-red. Or no, we don't want to play green-red. Not with that. I mean, Vitu-Ghazi Inspector is obviously the best choice here. Aside from Push and Pull, and Concealed Weapon is really good in a Beats deck. Do I want to do red? I think we do red-green Beats. Because we can still play the Fuss, so... Now there's a Dog Walker. I think red-green Beats is going to be it. Red-green Beats? Red-green Beats? Yeah. I love this card. I think this card is extremely underrated. And again, Isaac, I love Magic, so don't get me wrong, and everybody else in this channel that's, you know, that might be on the it's not rigged against players train. I have gathered enough information that I feel it is, but again, you are welcome to disagree with me. We are all entitled to our opinions. I have enough videos and pictures to agree that it is. Okay, we're going to take another... I think we're going to take another push-pull here. It's probably... The orangutan's probably better, but push and pull, that just increases the likelihood that we get it. And if we have a way to... yeah, no, it really is. If we have a good way to... get that, then it's fine. But again, you guys, please, 100% disagree with me. If you do, I will respect your opinion. I just won't agree with it. Again, I am literally only upset about this because I'm trying to defend the people that play this game. I am not doing this really for any other reason. Other than, you know, it would be nice to know that it's not rigged against us. Okay, that's a really good card, but I'm not playing it. Galvanize is probably going to be it. The Chase is On is fantastic for this type of deck. Sample Collector's good. Suspicious Detonation is more of a 5th or 6th pick, depending on what's in the pack. We're going to take the Galvanize. Doing that red-green Beats. I wish Galvanize could hit a player. I understand why it doesn't, but I wish it could. There's our two fatties there. No witnesses, huh? That's a late no witnesses. I always hate when you get cards like this in the second pack because you're pretty much established in colors, and then you're like, well, fuck. But we're going with green-red Beats, so we have Furious Rage and Fanatical Strike. Not exactly what you want to see on your choices, because these are all three really good cards, but... I mean, we could technically get out of red and play white still, but then we can't play push and pull. And I don't like playing 3 colors because I always get fucked with 3 colors. Let's see what happens. Let's take the no witnesses. We can still play the Dog Walker. We can still play the push side of push-pull, which is a fantastic kill spell. So. And we may still decide to go into red, and that's fine. Okay, not playing... Let's see, how many detectives do I have? 1, yeah. So we're not really on the detective thing, and we're not splashing blue for that. Okay, this card will allow us to better play 3 colors if that's what we decided. So would Escape Tunnel in a sense. Let's... If we're playing blue-white, let's grab the... Vigilante. Probably play the Due Diligence with the Airtight. Okay, another Bloomkin. That's fantastic. Bite Down on Crime's also good, but we have two pushes and a couple battle tricks, so I'm not too worried about kill spells. Yeah, discarding's fun, but I have found that in certain matchups, I mean, it's obviously better in limited, but in certain matchups, I have found that that's a really late Lazav, Jesus. I found that more often than not, what is our creature count? 6. I think we take the Vitu-Ghazi. More often than not, I have found that it just isn't enough. Like, you discard 2 cards from them, or you pick a card out of their hand, and then it actually makes it harder to want to play the game, because then you see what they have, and you're like, well, shit. Now they got stuff that I'm going to have to play around. And then I think you actually end up playing worse when you know what they have in their hand. Felonious Rage is... Let's see. We know we're not doing that, so if we're doing green-white beats, let's go ahead and take... This card's really silly. Burden of Guilt. I love that it's in here. It's really powerful. I mean, it's essentially 1 mana to cast and then just continuous 1 mana to keep a big fatty locked down. We really need to focus on creatures, though, so I think we have enough non-creature for the moment. Okay, really good pickup there. Sample Collector's fantastic in this kind of deck. Especially if we use the push aspect of it, we still get the 6 mana for collecting, so it can be really, really good. Hoping for a bomb in this third pack. Okay, that's really good if we were still in that color, but we're not. Buy Down on Crime is good. We're not playing 3 colors, so we don't really need... they went this way. Pumpus Gadabout is good if you're playing against somebody who plays a bunch of face-down creatures quickly, and he has Hexproof on your turn. So he's also really good to use, like, Due Diligence on and things like that. So I think we're going to play that and hope the Bite Down on Crime wills. But again, as I already said, we're heavy on kill spells, so we don't really need a whole lot. Oh my god, the Dream for Flourishing Boomkins. I think having Airtight Alibi and Due Diligence, though, we got to play the Perimeter Enforcer here. So we're going to pick that up and hope that the Boomkin wheels... Oh my god, Hide in Plain Sight. That's a bomb and a half. Hell yeah. Another Dog Walker's probably the best pick. I do like the idea of having 2 4/2s. But I just think in this circumstance the Dog Walker's better. We'll take that. We're going to take out the Rift Burst. We're getting past so many good cards. Oh look, we were rewarded for making a good decision. Although I think Vengeful Creeper is more valuable. Also, if we get behind, we have the No Witnesses, so... What is our creature count? 13? Okay. We could technically play the Sanguine Savior and the Case of the Unseen Feast. I don't really have a whole lot of ways to gain life, though. So, I think I just get that out of there. You know, just play it as a third one if we want to. Okay, I'm going to take the other Pumpus Gadabout at this point. That is a late murder. I like the fact that we have Fuss and Bother. It'd be nice to have gotten an on the job with this deck, but not having one is fine. I still think it's very powerful. What is our creature count? 15. Okay, so we're probably going to drop a non-creature. I think our deck is fine. I give it like a B-. Okay, we definitely don't need the mountains. The thing doesn't know any better. Let's see. We're higher, much higher in green, so I think we're going to go 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 15, 16. We'll take out a Crowd Control Warden. And 7, 8, 9, and 8. 9 and 8. The double cast cards. Yeah, 9 and 8. I think we'll do... Actually, I think we'll do 10 and 7. Alright. Let's try this. And let's see if what happens to me happens to me. Okay. Pretty decent starting hand. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens to our opponent. If they also get a sweet hand, that's awesome. And we can actually play a game of fucking Magic. Okay, not worried about that. We're going to play the Pumpus next and pump up the 2-2. If he doesn't kill it, he's probably going to kill it. Galvanize. Okay, awesome. I'm not going to, well, because he'll double block. We don't have any way to really get it back. I'm not going to attack just yet. I'm going to see what he does. If he has a shock, we get it out of his hand. And if he attacks, we take it, and then we just push. And then play the Flourishing Boomkin possibly up, depending on what he does, or crack a clue. He's about to kill it. It's either Galvanize or... Oh, it's out cold. Okay. That's a little early, but he's going to be able to collect the evidence, so I can see why he did that. That's okay, then we're going to kill it, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, cool. And we're just gonna... We're gonna let him swing for one. We'll crack the clue at the end of the turn. Okay, yeah, that land's gonna be super helpful. Okay, the good news is he cannot attack, or he cannot block my Pumpus, and he cannot target my Pumpus, so that's good for us. I think we play this face down first. Get in there for 4. If he can flip it, he can flip it, and I'm okay with that. And then I think we play this and set up our next 2 turns. I can flip the Boomkin with that mana. Actually, I already have the mana to do it. For some reason, I thought that was 6. Got 5 for that? That's so powerful. Yeah, Unscrupulous Agent's awesome. People really hate having that played against them. And whenever like a person's holding on to like a final card, like a no witnesses, to like take the game back, having that played against you is just devastating if you're holding a non-flash creature or a sorcery or enchantment. Okay. Nothing he did there is concerning me. He has 1 blue mana up, which means the only thing he could possibly have. Now he's got 2, so he might have a counterspell. But you can't counterspell a flip, so I'm not worried about it. And now we don't have to be worried about it at all. Okay, fantastic. So let's... Okay, we'll be able to play both the Dog Walkers face down if we need to. We could also, if he plays like a huge bomb, we can swing and see what he does, and then we can no witnesses, and then follow up with double Dog Walker. We can play one of them now, put a counter on it, and then play the next one down. And yeah, I knew that was coming. There's only a matter of time before he had a kill spell. And that's a good one to use it on. Okay, that's awesome. That's a great draw. Yeah, we're gonna pay the... Yep. That's fine. Okay, bomb. If he blocks, we're going to get some value out of this. Okay, he didn't, so we're still going to flip it up to get the value. And then we can also flip the Vidigazi. Which I think we're gonna use. We're gonna actually tap the creature instead. But... Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can play... Just because I don't want him to have a battle trick. Hopefully it didn't have a kill spell. We can't tap this, unfortunately, so hopefully it's not a trampler. If it looks like we're not going to be able to keep the board... Yeah, I like Commander, but not to the degree that everybody else and their frickin' brother seems to. He's definitely going to flip it. Glad we blocked. Okay, that's perfect. Let's... We can keep that tap down, so killing that's not really going to be necessary. He's going to want to block, I bet. Okay, so that's going to be a 3-4-5. That's going to be a 5-5 if he swings. Okay, it's definitely not something you want to see. Start looking for. He's gonna start looking for answers. Looks like you got one. What do you have for 5 mana? Out cold? He's going to start getting control of the board with that stupid card. So we may consider wiping at this point. Play another creature. Yep, okay. We are definitely going to wipe the board. Yeah. 1, 2. Let's see. If he doesn't block. Okay, do I care about 5, 6, 7, 8? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't. No, that's fine. Alright, let's just go ahead and wipe here then. Yeah, I don't think, because we're losing otherwise. Unfortunately, he's got clues, so he's going to draw answers before I do. That's the only downside. And he's going to play a face-down creature. We'll probably just get land for the rest of the game. That's usually how this shit goes. He'll get answers and everything he needs. We'll get land, land, land. It's been a long game, so, you know, choices were made. Now, that's a shocking card. There's no counter spell we're worried about. If he can kill it, he can kill it. And he can kill it. That's fine. I'd rather him use it now and continue to play the top deck game with me. Hopefully he's just drawing land. I don't think he is, but yeah, that's a fantastic card to draw. It's going to die in its first attempt. Because I'll just... Once it hits me, I'll just... yeah, there's land. Okay. Now, I want you guys to keep this in mind, okay? We have 15 cards left in our deck. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I remember correctly, I think we're playing 17 land. So that means that only 8 of my 15 cards are land. So the likelihood of drawing land is more so than it would be. But he has 14 cards left in his hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And which if he's playing 17 lands, he has 8 more. So 8 more of these 14 cards are land. This might be land because he didn't play anything. Let's see who draws more land. That might be land. We're going to take 2. He's going to probably throw away a land. And probably draw something that he can play. We're going to take the 2. Okay, that's going to get another land out of his deck and allow him to investigate. So that's one of the best possible answers he could have drawn. Okay, that's a good card. So far, this has been, you know, as far as fair games go, this has been relatively fair. Okay. The good news is he can't target that during his turn, so... Okay, well, I mean, that's an insane card. What is this? As an additional cost of spell, sacrifice an artifact, create 3 1/1 goblins. I mean, at this point in the game, I would understand drawing only land, but anytime this happens, and I check it every time, he has more lands out than I do. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we both have 9. So he's about to have a 10th with, or about to get another land out. I think we just give him... Oh, God, these both suck. He arranged those really well. I think we just give him that. The good news is we can technically block it if we need to, because this gives... That gives... that... Okay, so he's going to draw a card. He's got 5 cards left in his deck. If we can last long enough, we might be able to deck him. But now we have to worry about 2 flyers. See, I mean, look at that. 3 answers, okay? And then watch. I mean, we don't have a choice. He's probably going to crack and look for an answer. Land. Okay? Watch this. Yes, he can crack and get 2 more cards if he wants to, but he's not going to need to. It's probably an answer. That's at the end of his turn. Now, chances are we're not going to be able to see because he's just going to transform that and probably kill me, because that's probably another 6/7 that I gave to him because it knew he's going to need it. He's going to transform, we lose. Even better. Okay. Now, with that being said, yeah, maybe I could have taken the 3 in the air, but the thing is, if he has any pump, we just lose. So, could I... There's probably parts of that I could have played better. I don't think it really would have mattered, because the game already knows who's going to win before it even starts. Unless something unforeseen happens, like they scoop out of frustration, or they have so much card draw that it can't keep up with it. Just a second, guys. Now again, what just happened to me there could happen to anybody. It was a good long game. I enjoyed it. I enjoy things like that more than just getting my ass kicked in the first 3 turns because the game won't give me any fucking land. So, I mean, with that being said, that game is not a good example of getting screwed the way we get screwed. Okay, we're playing against green-white detectives. Yay, can't wait. We're just going to play this face up. Well, I am very surprised he does not have a play there. Probably gonna counter it. Wow, that's insane to me that he doesn't have a play in three lands. He might have a lot of land in his hand, guys. Like I said, it happens to somebody. We've drawn pretty damn good so far. It might be him that's getting screwed this time. Which, you know, I'll welcome that when it happens because it's usually me. Yeah, face up Misplaced Spy. He's probably hurting. That card's not even that big of a threat anymore. Chase is on. Burden of proof. This is gonna hurt. We just 2-for-1'd him. That was pretty hot. Yeah, I think he's getting screwed this time, guys. And it does happen. It happens to my opponent sometimes, too, so... And then if he plays a land, he's land heavy. And that's what's going on. That's a good draw, though. I'm just going to tap it down. But that's a good draw. Yep, he's land heavy. So the game's fucking him, essentially. If we draw a land next turn, I think we win. Unless he can kill 2 creatures. Or he can kill my face down. Because my face down is going to come up as a 5/5. No, I'm sorry, 6/6. Because I think she's normally a 4/4. That's a good draw. Drawing a forest is what we want. I should have tapped that down. I wasn't paying attention. That's alright, though. It's tapped it for us. Okay, so not a land, but... let's get in there with that and see if he wants to block. Awesome. That's still good. And then we have enough mana to tap down the beast again. Come on, land. There we go. If he blocks the 3/3, he loses. Chances are he's going to block the 4/2, but he loses this creature. Unless he has a pump. Which he might, but I still think he mostly had land in his hand, so he might have something if he didn't play a creature there, because he probably would have played a creature. Okay, unless he has something, we win here, I believe. He might have a kill spell. Even Slice and Dice would stop him from dying this turn. But we have enough life that the hit back I'm not worried about. Okay, good news is he cannot swing. I guess he could, but that's really dumb. In his board state. Oh, land flood will happen probably next game. I'm really surprised he... Okay, I was about to say, but he knows we're going to tap him, so I don't think he cares. And hopefully that's not an Exit Specialist. With that mana up, that's what I suspect it is. I think it's an Exit Specialist. Which is fine. No matter what happens, we're going to leave a mana open in order to tap his 4/3 down. He's debating on which one to pop up, but... He's going to have to block and then flip. And Exit Specialist is the only thing that makes sense here. Or he could have Unauthorized Exit. He can't do both. Is he just slow rolling me? Okay, that's what I thought. That's fine. Tap him down. If he just keeps drawing creatures, it's gonna be hard. Okay. Yeah, I mean probably so, Sonic, because that's usually what happens. So let me show you guys this, because people like Phillips, which again, I'm not gonna be rude to the guy. I just know when that's gonna happen. So okay, see that 510. Okay, 510, 250. That puts us at 5, 6, 760. Which means halfway to all we need to do is buy $4.99 in order to play another draft. So what I predict is going to happen is it's going to land screw me here. We might get lucky on the next one, or it's going to land screw us, or somehow just basically make us get blown out. Play against a deck that counters the shit out of our deck. Let's see. I could be wrong. But I'm a platinum player, and this has never allowed me to go 7-0. So, ever. In this kind of format. And I'm platinum, which means even in bronze, silver, gold, it never allowed me to win more than... I think the most it ever let me win at once was 6. And it's because I had a deck that drew a shit ton of cards, so it couldn't keep up with it. Okay, let's see what happens. It's not a horrible hand. Face down creature pass. Yep. Okay, we're gonna play the pump we forgot about. So far, so good. Okay, Nervous Gardener, makes sense. Did ya? Again, I do think that it tends to be aimed more towards people that let's see. I don't care about killing the X specialist. Let's just play defensive. I think it's more often, you see it more often on when it's a person that's about to make money. I mean, so far I can't complain. This is a great hand. We just got to make sure we make good decisions. Playing defensive against a blue, green, and white deck. Naya, I think. Oh, no, Naya's red. What is this color formation? I forget. It's been so long since I played any of those decks. Okay, I'm kind of surprised there. Let's see. I want to try to get cards out of his hand. Okay. I don't think he has anything yet. Otherwise, I think he would have played it. So let's just play a second one of these and pass. What is he? Is he just... Okay, that's fine. He wanted to get more land. So maybe he has a big fatty he's getting ready to play, but, I mean, I don't know. Or maybe he still just has a shit ton of land. Because, like, look how fast he's ramping out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does he have a Glint Weaver? Glint Weaver, go back to 6. Buried in the garden. What are you going to hit? Okay. Hopefully he didn't have anything he can do here. Which he does. Unauthorized exit. Oh, wow. I'm shocked by that, honestly. You have a self-pump? Yeah, it's self-pump. Okay, that makes no sense. Still kill it. So I still technically 2 for 1'd him there, I guess. I mean, really not, because we lost our airtight. So 2 for 2 is fine. Okay, he's getting card draw, which is good. I think he had a shit ton of land in his hand. Which sucks, but it happens. Okay, I think he drew that. He has 2 there and 1 there. He can go to a +1/+1 counter. Okay. He's gonna pin it down, that's fine. Now would be a good time to get our board wipe. So at this point, he's just going to draw gas. We're going to get cards that don't really do well and they keep us behind. He's going to get constant creatures and gas. It does this a lot too. Granted, he has a little bit more card draw than us, so that's why it's happening. But he's going to get non-stop gas. He's got 21 cards left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, technically 9, -1 because it's just mana. It's not actual mana. So 8. Probably playing 17, which means 9 more of those 21 cards are land. I would be shocked if he draws another land until we're dead. Oh, look at this. He's going to get 3 artifacts. Jesus. This game. It just does whatever it can. 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't block. So they're going to crack a clue or he's going to play another face down card. Oh, get another clue. Cool. We need our board wipe is what we honestly need. So let's do this. We'll get rid of that flyer. We'll play this guy. We'll see if he wants to trade. Okay, he doesn't. He's going to turn that into a 4/4. It's a flying bird. It's not good for us. And once you just give him on the job. I mean, he has 1 white source, and that's probably what he splashed for, which is stupid, but it's going to give him whatever he needs. He's also got 3 more draws, so that's, you know, it's a little harder to have the defense of everything he needs when he has that much card draw. So, of course, he's going to get everything he needs in this circumstance, but he is getting a lot more gas than we are, though. I mean, we have 3 cards in our graveyard. Look at the cards in his graveyard. Okay. Yep. Of all the cards that he could draw, it should be more likely to be land. It's not. It's gas. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we'll block. Yeah, he knows that we don't want to block there. We're just taking it. Oh, that's the card we need, and we're not going to probably get to it in time. Ironic, isn't it? Nope, no checks. I'm hoping he swings. If he has kill spell, we're in trouble. I'm hoping he swings. Okay, if he has get a leg up, or not get a leg up, if he has a way to trample, we just lose. But I'm hoping he swings, we block accordingly, and then he plays like 2 more creatures, and then next turn we wipe the board. And I'm hoping he does all the drawing right now. I just don't want him to be able to win right. If he wins now, we lose. Imagine that. If he wins, we lose. Okay. Perfect. Hopefully he does not have +3/+3 in trample, because we're in trouble if he does. I want him to play back-to-back creatures. If he said, oh, he's not going to be able to do that. He's only got 3 mana. See, he's got a handful of fucking answers now. That's the only downside here. We have to do it now, so. No witnesses? Of course. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. Creature, creature, creature. We lose. And we know that it's a land coming, so killer amongst us. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Where's our gas? Why does he get gas, 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 gas? Granted, he drew a lot of cards, I get that. But he also got cards that allow him to draw a lot of cards. We have a shit ton of ways to produce artifacts in our deck. We're not getting them. Like I said, it will do everything it can to keep me from getting crystals because it wants me to pay $10, not $5. And again, this will happen every game. If it is a good back and forth game and I get answers and I get outplayed and I lose, okay, I lose. It happens. I lose a lot. I've lost a lot of fair games. When this happens 2 out of every 3 games I play, or 3 out of 3, it happens a lot 3 out of 3 too. There's nothing you can do. Like, I technically did everything right there and it didn't matter. It knows, the cards have algorithms. It knows what cards beat what cards, and it's going to match you against somebody who has the cards it can beat you with, and it's going to make sure you lose. On Arena, 95% of the time, who's going to win the game has already been decided by the randomizer. I'll be right back. I'm coming. Okay. Good hand. Does that a lot too. Screws me my first. Well, I shouldn't say last game didn't really screw me. We got to play for a little bit. At least it was fun. This is a great hand this time, so let's see what happens. Yes. No. Just like that. This is a great starting hand. I want to see if he's done with a shocker or something. Okay, he's gonna shock. He's definitely gonna shock or galvanize this, which is fine. Here it comes. Yep. Knowing our luck, he probably has 3 more in his hand. Yep, that's fine. We get another land, we'll be in good shape. If we don't, we will probably lose if he keeps playing land. We've got good cards, we just have to be able to play it. I'm hoping he waits. He's going to kill it. Shock or Galvanize and then swing for 2. We'll block with the 1-1 because we want the 1-1 in the graveyard. Yeah, here comes. Hard-hitting question. Okay, sure. Play a face-down creature. Yep, we'll block. We want Rebel Belt in the graveyard. Of course, we probably won't see a land for a while. That's just my best guess. I think we just play that. He's got Galvanize again. He's going to kill my 2-2 and swing for 4. It's going to keep us on 3 mana. He does not want us playing hide in plain sight. We'll take the 2. Wow, I am genuinely shocked that it did not do that. All right, hide in plain sight is honestly the better choice, so I think that's what we do here. And of course, look what it was about to give me, guys. Okay, reveal the top 5 cards. Okay, look what we have in our hand. 1 creature, an Airtight Alibi, and this little tap thing. He's got a 2-2 and a 2-2 that would require us to pay 2 just to be able to put this on it, and then another 1 to tap it. It was about to give us land, a card we can't really play. Land. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, when you get cards like Hide in Plain Sight and other, like Investigate cards to draw cards, it makes it a lot less likely that you get screwed. We're gonna have to take some damage here. Because he's definitely got a Chases on or a Giant Strength. Oh no, you know what he's got? I bet you he's got the +2/+2, gains trample, flip a creature. So it knew who was going to win this game before the game even started. It's not going to matter, so we're going to take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and whatever he has underneath there. So yeah, we have to block. Let's do this way and hope he has nothing. Which I guarantee you he does. Show it to me. Or he's going to flip something. He actually can't play that card now that I think about it. He didn't have 6 mana. Okay, Dogwalker's fine. We still kill that if he doesn't have a pump. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, great. It doesn't matter what happens. Oh, also he's diamond. I'm platinum 4, the lowest platinum you can be, and he's diamond. So losing, I'm not actually shocked if I lose. If he has an answer, we just lose. He can't kill my creature, but he can pump his in response. Like we're gonna have to draw our board wipe in order to get back in this game, and it's probably knowing this game, it's at the very, very bottom. I wouldn't be surprised either if they can change what you draw. I really wouldn't. Come on. He has a pump. That's nothing we can do about it. He probably has the chases on. I'm genuinely shocked. Play a face down creature? Because he's got gas. He doesn't have land. Okay, I'm very shocked at what he could possibly have. It's not really going to matter, unfortunately. Because we're just going to keep losing more every game. If he has a shock, he's going to kill my face down and win the game. Okay, interesting. I genuinely don't know what he has. Maybe he does just have land in hand. I mean, he's got the board established, so it doesn't matter. We're going to have to block the 5/5. If he has a way to kill my 2/2 or trample, we lose. So I don't really like our odds. And like I said, guys, it will do everything it can, as under the radar as it wants to do it, keep us from basically putting us in situations that we can't possibly get out of. As long as the person playing has an idea. And this guy's diamond. This guy's way better than I am. So he knows what he's doing. Okay, if I don't get a board wipe, we're just SOL. Oh my god! How lucky is that? Let's see if he takes the damage. Wow. I still don't think it's gonna matter if he keeps drawing gas and we keep drawing lands. But I could be wrong. If he has a haste creature, we lose. If he has double shock, we lose, which I don't think he has double shock. Oh, no, just one of the most powerful cards in the game. No big deal. You know, just top deck whatever you need there, sir. We lose. Oh, and a bite down on crime is the top deck. Wow. I don't know, did they just give us the white creatures to fuck with us? I guess. Alright, guys. Like I said, watch. Keeps us off of it. If we had hit 250, we would have been able to go in here and buy 750 to be able to play another one for $5 as opposed to having to pay 10. Now we're forced to pay 10. Make it make sense. See that? Every single time, it is anywhere from 10 to 40 away from being able to pay cheaper to play or not. Just to give you an idea of how many drafts I played, there you go. Those are all from drafts. I'm going to guess majority of you do not even have close to this many. Be really fucking hot if I played standard, but I don't, because standard is basically just whoever has the time and money to build the best deck and has an idea how to play it wins. Limited, you actually have to... There is some luck involved. Not in this fucking randomizer. In this randomizer, it determines who wins before the game even starts. In paper Magic, actual Magic, good Magic, it chooses... Or basically, you playing it, how well you draw is based on luck factors, and you know you need to shuffle good. So Honestly, I wish that they do in this game is put like a button that you can just click and shuffle, 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 shuffle as many times as you want, up to like 8 times, so a person doesn't just sit there and do it the entire game. Although even if they did, it would eventually time them out anyway. But I think it'd be really cool if they let you just click a button to shuffle, 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 because that would be truly random. What they have is truly rigged. So, anyways, guys, with that being said, you know, we get things like that, and this. And I love the one dude that was like, "You're cherry picking." I'm cherry picking. If I have even 40 pictures, which I have like 150, I just only bring out the ones that are, you know, there's only so many of one you can see before you should be like, yeah, there's something going on here, unless you're a fucking idiot. But if this was only happening so many games, why do I have so many of it? Like, no, that's not cherry picking. These are games that I had to pay for, and this happens so frequently. It doesn't matter. Like, can't play this without there being a creature. Have to put this on a creature. Have to put this on a creature. Have to use this on a creature. And this isn't even a colored mana. Like, it doesn't produce a color. So that's a terrible fucking starting hand. Hands like that. Hands like that. All black, all blue. White, need a creature. 1 red mana. All these cards I can't play. You have to basically be able to play creatures in order for this to do anything. Can't play it, can't play it. Have to have a creature to play it on. Things like that. That. They're just so slow that it knows you're going to lose. So, I mean, that's like, I don't know how much, like, people are like, oh, you don't have proof. And then I show them proof, and they're like, you're just cherry picking. Or, that's not proof. Well, what the fuck kind of proof do you want? I mean, use your head. Use that lump 3 feet above your ass. What kind of proof do you want that I'm showing it to you? I'm showing it to you. Every game I play that isn't back and forth for most of the game, I'm showing it to you. I've shown you how many videos, how many times where I was about to profit to be able to play the game, and it just makes sure that we don't get anything and our opponent gets an answer for every single thing that we have. It knows what you're going to play against, and it puts up decks that are better against your deck. If you're playing a creature-heavy deck, it's going to put you up against somebody with faster creatures or lots of removal. It's just, that's how it goes. Like, I've got so many of these from throughout the last 2 years that I've been doing this. And again, obviously I play a lot of drafts because I don't play standard, and these are all from drafts. So, maybe. I've actually thought, Sonic, that maybe they do have, like, employees that play, but I feel like that would be too risky. Like, somebody would just eventually tell people that, so I don't think that's probably a thing. I do think that they stack a person's deck, and the person just thinks they're having the luckiest game of their life. I've played seldom games where I felt like I was getting an answer to everything, and it didn't matter what they did. And they were landlocked, so they were in my position. Very rarely do you get to see a good grindy game in online Magic. On paper Magic, oh man, all the time. And the last pre-release event, you can go look at my profile. My last pre-release event that I went to, Paper Magic, I went 3-0. So, I wasn't even close to being beat. And on top of that, I went to a qualifier event like 4 or 5 years ago. I went to a qualifier event, and there was like 800 people there for a PT qualifier, regional. So 3 different states in the area came together and played. It was like 840-something players. I took 34th place. So I got like 30 packs. Unfortunately, I didn't make any PT invites. But I'm just saying, I am not the greatest Magic player in the world. I don't pretend to be, and I never will be. There's always going to be a better player. I am good enough that I know on online Magic I should not be getting beaten as much as I am. Even when I have fantastic decks, it doesn't let me draw any of my fantastic cards. Not unless I have so much card draw that it can't flood me out enough. and my opponent just gets answer after answer after answer. They know for a fact that if they give a person a deck with 5 mana, 3 in their hand and 2 in between cards, or 2 in a row, and they have 5 mana, it now knows that it's going to be able to give them every card they need to play. It's going to give them 2 and 3 drops so they can do 2 at a time, 2 at a time, 2 at a time. For me, it's going to keep us on 3 mana, or it's going to know that we no longer have threats, and it's going to be nothing but mana. And it happens all the time. I wouldn't be surprised that if their algorithm changes what card is about to pop up. Because it's not hard for them to do that. It's not hard for them to... You won't get to see it. Unless you have a card that lets you look at it, and it could change based on that card being played. They flood the shit out of you, or they landlock you. And it happens so often. If it wasn't... even if it happened 1 out of every 3 games, I probably wouldn't be pissed. That's Magic, baby. It's happening to me 2 out of 3 games or 3 out of 3 games. It will not let me get past 4 or 5 wins. Ever. Ever. Go watch all my videos. I think there's... I say ever. I think there's one time. One. And I was playing a blue-white deck with a shit ton of draw in it. And I had to bust my ass off to get those 5 wins. It wasn't like free games. It is designed to make people who pay more lose. Which is why the people that pay the most are on Reddit bitching about it, because they see it the most often. Again, don't have to agree with the truth. If you're an American like I am, you live in a country where nobody wants to believe the truth about things. Like, everybody thinks their opinion is fact, or they worship politicians like a bunch of idiots. So, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no convincing you otherwise if you've made up your mind. Why you're defending this garbage-ass company... Which, when I say that, Hasbro, I love Wizards of the Coast. I just think they, I just think that they've kind of, screwed the pooch. As far as that goes. So, I think on this, they should be ashamed of themselves. And I'm quite positive that it's rigged. So... Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and switch to Ashiok.
Silently I have watched you.
Oh, I thought
and
you were...
silent I will remain.
Excuse me, I would have thought you were a chick with a chick's voice. It's a manly, it's a very deep voice you have there, Ashiok. They're like, that's not all. Alright, guys. Well, like I said, I'm continuing to do this and pay to do this, so you don't have to. I make a lot of money, I don't care. So, the money isn't the problem. I will always be happy to pay for a quality game, but in this circumstance, I don't feel I'm getting the quality from it, so I'm basically just playing to continue to show you. Yeah. And, I mean, this game is free to play for people who want to grind with, crappy standard decks if you can't get cards. Because... the way it's designed is you got to play in order to get cards, and if you want to grind 10,000 points to play in events, it's going to take you a long time to do that, because you only get, 25 gold a game, and the average game is going to be anywhere from, a few minutes to, 20, 30, 45 minutes, depending. I've got better things to do. But when you pay as much as I do, and I'm telling you, I got to Platinum quickly, even with it doing that to me, because you get 2 for every 1 game you win. So I win 4 games, then lose 3. I get 8 ticks on that, and I lose 3. So that's 5 ticks, okay? So that's a rank. Did that in silver, or did that in bronze, did that in silver, did that in gold, back to platinum. In platinum, for whatever reason, which, again, it's better drafters at that point. So there are people who know how to draft, and they're going to have good decks. But if it stacks it against it, yeah, that's true, Sonic, but I also have a channel that's bringing this shit to the surface, and I have people like yourself who are intelligent enough to realize the patterns, and you have experience, and you've had your own series about it. So, exposing this for people like myself that get screwed, that makes me feel good. That I'm doing something or giving something back. Again, you don't have to agree with me, okay? I'm not going to fight you. We don't have to fisticuffs. But I am going to disagree with you wholeheartedly because I have so much experience in this game that I know what's going on. I also know that, what they're doing and why they're doing it. So, but anyway, so yeah, Sonic, I would really appreciate if you ever see me on, man. I'm about to get off here for the night. I'm gonna go play some Final Fantasy Rebirth, but if you see me on here, I appreciate the support and I appreciate everything you said. If you haven't already, please follow and subscribe. That video I put out about it being rigged, and I talked to people on Reddit, it got a lot of attention. So there's going to be a lot more people come into this. And again, guys, it is Magic, okay? You are going to get landlocked, or you are going to get card screwed occasionally. It happens, okay? The frequency in which it's happening in the games I play, I know is not legitimate. It doesn't matter how I draft. If I drafted a blue-white deck that a pro would have, like, basically blown someone to fucking take it from them. It didn't matter. I got stuck on 2 lands. Then the next game, I got nothing but lands. Then the next game, I got a bunch of green cards with a bunch of white mana. And I was maybe able to play 1 or 2 things. Meanwhile, on the other side, like a playable. And I'm sitting here with 2 creatures with 7 cards in my hand because they're all green cards and I have all white mana. I mean, like, if you find one of my green-white games, look at the deck I drafted. It's on there somewhere. I think I won 4 games. Still didn't have enough to win. As soon as I got to the point where I would have gotten enough crystals to pay for another one, that's when when I got the lose. So, anyway, Sonic, there's also a lot more people out there that agree with us. Like Reddit, there's so many people on there that agree that it's rigged. And they've come out and said that it's rigged. They said that it was certain formats, like Brawl and other formats, that they do that because they want to force a 50-50 win ratio so people have more of a challenge. So if they already admitted to rigging one of their formats, why don't you think that they do it to their others? Because they do. I promise they do. I've seen too many times where I have opening hands of 2 black mana and 4 white cards and like a 1 card I can play. I've seen that so many times. So many times. So, and in regular Magic, that doesn't happen. Again, go watch one of my videos where I claim that I got screwed by the randomizer. I want you to take Magic cards and little pieces of paper. Write the name of the cards that I played. Play out my entire deck if you don't have the cards. If you have the cards, great. Good for you. And, exactly. And I want you to shuffle it up really good. I want you to make it truly random. Shuffle it up really good. Play it out. And I promise you, do it 10 times. If you shuffled it properly and a lot, you will not have 1 out of 10 times where you have an opening hand that is 5 white mana and 2 green cards. It's just not going to happen. Not whenever you only have 9 and 7 of those cards. The chances of drafting 9 of a card that you have 40 cards in your deck. 9 of them are a white mana, and you have 5 of them in your opening hand. And then you draw your next 4, or your next 2, or your next 3, or your next 1 even. That does not happen. I promise. Go do it. Do it 10 times. That's a good sample size. And 10 times it won't happen once. If it does, do it an 11th, and a 12th, and a 13th, and a 14th until it happens again. And count how many games apart it happens. But make sure you shuffle it really good. Because if you're not shuffling it really good, the only person you're lying to is yourself. So shuffle it really good. Do that. And I promise you, it at most what I just told you, the 6 land and 2 cards you can't play, will happen maybe 1 every 11 to 15 drafts. Maybe. Probably more likely to be 20. It won't happen in 20. It happens to me 2 out of 3 games every guaranteed time. And I've taken pictures of all of them, or I have them on video. So, again, go do it. See what I'm talking about. Their algorithms know what their cards are. So they know that a card can't be played with certain mana, or they know that a card being played isn't going to help you win a game. So if you have like... Yeah, exactly. If it has like a... if you had like a big artifact that does something but it needs creatures, it's going to give you 6 mana in your big artifact. And then you're not going to get a creature that you can use it with in 4 or 5 turns. And at that point, your opponent's already going to have 4 or 5 creatures on the board. So you just lose. And it happens all the time. It basically in this, if you don't draft Boros or blue-white detectives, you pretty much just lose the game anyway. But also I've noticed that if you don't play first, or you don't have a turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 play, you're probably losing the game. If you can't put anything down until turn 4, you are always going to be behind, no matter what you draw. Always. And that is what it does on purpose. And you saw in my games. One of the games, they didn't let us pass 5 mana for 8 turns. We had 3 mana. Meanwhile, our opponent put a land down every time and had 4 things on the board. We had all blue cards and all white mana. Like, that's like the... I think either that was the game, I think, before this one. Or of the same one. So keep those things in mind, guys. I will continue to expose it. I will continue to bring it to the forefront. Hopefully we get enough people on our side to, you know, try to force something into it or force something about it. But either way, that's all I got for now. It was a pleasure, as always, bringing this to you guys, and I appreciate everybody who follows me and supports me. Sonic, really big pleasure meeting you, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye-bye.